So we'll call to order the zoning board of appeals for July 8th, 2021. In the first order of business, we have two new members, Dave Comerford and Rick Peterson. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you. I'm Rick.
And because we have two new members and some of the offices have gone on, we need to reorganize the board. So I guess I would accept nominations for chairman initially.
I recommend Amy Burbine as chairman of the zoning board.
Seconded.
Give a second.
Yeah.
Any other nominations? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
It's unanimous.
Thank you. And now we need a vice chairman, and that has to be a regular, it's got to be one of us.
Right.
So it can't be me because I'm already the chairman, so.
I'll nominate Rick.
Okay, I'll second that. Any other nominations? All those in favor?
Aye.
And then we need a clerk, and that can be either, that can be any of us, an associate member or a full member. So, nominations for clerk?
Dave, please.
All right. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All right.
If you'll accept it. Yes.
So, Dave Comerford, any other nominations? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous, I
It's
like it.
unanimous as well. All right, so, thank you. Next order of business is the approval of the minutes from the June 10th, 2021 meeting. And that's what sent those out previously, I think, so.
Can we do that with two votes?
Yeah, because, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Motion to approve the minutes of the June 10th.
Is there a second? I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Next is the petition of Chris Bernard. I'm just going to read the hearing notice. Public hearing notice, the Town of Abington Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing at the Abington Town Offices, 500 Glenwood's Way, on Thursday, July 8th, 2021, at 7:00 p.m. on the petition of Chris Bernard, 62 Hearthstone Way, Hanover, for a finding for a Mass General Laws, Chapter 40A, Section 6, or variance under Section 175-29 to alter pre-existing non-conforming structure for the construction of an attached two-car garage with master bed bath above at 143 Spruce Street. The property is located on Assessors Map 60, Lot 202, in the R20 zone. Andrew Wetwell, Chairman, Zoning Board of Appeals. And is the petitioner present?
Yes.
And can you just go to the podium up there?
Chris Bernard, 143 Spruce Street.
Just tell us a little bit about the project, Chris.
Sure.
What you're
So,
looking to do.
The home was built in 1890. I think is the date we believe is accurate. So obviously it was kind of predating any of the zoning laws in Abington. It currently is a home that needs both interior and exterior renovations completely. So obviously our plan is to do that. And as part of doing that, we looked at the structure, and there was two things in the structure that were kind of not really great, and they're also non-conforming. One of them being a garage, detached garage, which was 1.5 feet from the side setback, which is actually the rear setback because it's a corner lot, which I'll get to in a second. And that's dilapidated, that's fallen down, it's not in very good shape. And the second is a first floor bathroom bump out that is, again, starting to slope away. It's not on a foundation. The piping below it is not really insulated properly, and it just needs a lot of work. So in the pictures that you see, we kind of showed a little bit of the interior and exterior, and you'll be able to see the garage, kind of the condition of the garage, and also the bathroom. So as part of this renovation, we're hoping to build a two-car attached garage with master bed and bath above. I think, as you noted, the challenge here was it's a corner lot, which was introduced by the development of John Keeley Circle. I think it was 1998, I believe it was. So with that being the case, we technically have two front setbacks and two rears. We don't have a side setback. Just a quick note, if it wasn't for that kind of a development, we'd be conforming, because it's 30 5 from the spruce setback and the 15 side setback. So prior to the creation of that development, the house actually was conforming, even though it was built before the zoning laws were in place. So what we're asking for is a finding. I think I kind of highlighted in that top graph is, as you can see, the front setback on Spruce Street currently, the front setback is 35 feet, and it currently is at 16 feet, which is the front corner of the house. So it's a non-conforming structure as is because of that. And what we're looking to do would be to add an addition that would be 18 feet. So we would not be increasing the non-conformity of it. We would be setting it back more from the street, but it is a non-conforming structure still. My understanding is a finding is appropriate, but we'll kind of get into that in a second. So with the chart, kind of again shows the front and the rear setbacks and between Spruce Street and Keeley Street being the corner lot. The existing garage that's there is only 1.5 feet off the side lot. And as I said, it's in really bad shape. So it's pretty non-conforming, and it's also in really bad shape. We're proposing getting rid of the garage, and the garage doors will be 22 feet from that setback. So it'll be reducing the non-conformity roughly by 20 feet. And then the front setback, what we're looking to do is have it come off the front corner of the house. As I said, it will be 18 feet off of the front setback, which again is not increased the nonconformity of 16 feet. So as I mentioned, again, if it really wasn't for the development there, this lot would be conforming 100%, and we would not even be here at all. So what we're asking for is the zoning board under Chapter 48, Section 6A, to issue a finding that the proposed addition to 143 Spruce Street will not be substantially more detrimental to the neighborhood than the existing non-conforming structure. I think in the packet you'll see all the pictures. You'll see this is the plot plan. We blew it up a little bit too, so you can see the measurements, the existing location, and the proposed garage.
So if we're facing the house from Spruce Street, the garage is going to be on the right-hand side?
Yeah, so it'll be facing the John Keeley Street, yeah. The garage will be the back side of the house.
It'll be on the John Keeley side, the garage.
Yeah.
So the driveway will remain mostly the same,
Driveway will stay the same, yeah.
except you're going to have to pave a little bit for a turnaround, right?
Correct, we're gonna take the existing garage is gonna be raised, we're gonna use that space to provide a little bit of better turnaround, but we're not increasing the lot coverage, so we're still under the 20, actually 20%. We didn't increase lot coverage by doing that.
How big is the existing shed or garage? Is that?
It's a single car. I think the plan has it, sorry. Let's see here. There was an existing 177 square feet. One of the things that was attractive, it's a corner lot, and you have a lot of nice, you'll still have a lot of nice yard to the other side of the garage, because it's a long, corner lot, so it's not like we'll be taking up a lot of space, and obviously we're not increasing the
Yeah,
lot coverage.
it's still a 20% coverage.
Yes.
Yep. Which is what the zoning bylaw requires. Any other questions from the board at this time? No? Bob, anything?
Nope, I'm good.
I did have, I'm very new to this,
Yeah.
obviously, but a couple of things I was wondering about is like sewer and water connections, because I went and drove by it just, for my own entertainment, but it looks like there was some kind of cap right behind the
So the
bathroom.
current sewer basically goes from that cap up to John Keeley, and they'll be running out through the new foundation.
Okay,
Yeah, so it will no longer be kind of exposed. It will be properly done in the foundation and properly insulated. And right
Okay.
now it's not.
right, and that sort of thing, does it require going to the water department for that? Okay,
This is what we thought.
yeah, okay. And I don't know if you normally address abutters on.
Yep, the butters are going to have their chance at this
Okay,
point in time.
okay.
That's, the way we usually do it is boards ask questions, then we'll open it up to the floor if there's any butters who want to ask questions or speak.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do at this point in time. Are there any abutters who would like to speak on this petition? If not, we'll close it to the floor and bring it back to the board. Any other questions or concerns? Maybe you can just go into a little bit of how this is not more detrimental than the existing, because that's really the standard we have to meet. So.
Right, so we feel it's not more detrimental because, one, we're not increasing the nonconformity. We're not, currently it's at 16 feet, so we're not going beyond that. We're not increasing nonconformity. The structure definitely needs a lot of work, the interior and exterior, so we're going to be building a brand new renovated home that's going to be fully all the mechanicals and everything, so at the end of the day, it will be really fit nice into that neighborhood. John Keely's homes were built in 1998, and then Spruce Street, all the houses have been done too, so we feel this project would fit great in the neighborhood, and then John Keely too. So we feel like we're not causing any detrimental to any people's home value, and that we're actually helping that whole area in general.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, guys?
No.
Anybody want to make a motion? So how it works is somebody would make a motion to approve the petition for a finding for general, I'll make a motion to say.
Mr. Chairman, too, just the finding, obviously, we would remove our request for variance if the finding was
Well, yeah,
approved.
that's.
I was just,
Oh,
at the
right.
time of the application, we weren't quite sure, but then as we went through the process, we found out more that a finding would be appropriate.
Yep.
So I would like to withdraw our variance if
Yep.
the finding
That's
is.
fine. So I would make a motion on the petition of Chris Bernard for a finding for the Mass General Laws, Chapter 40A, Section 6, to alter the pre-existing non-conforming structure for construction of an attached two-car garage with master bed bath above at 143 Spruce Street. Property is located on Assessors Map 60, Lot 202, in the R20 zone, and that we determined that the structure is not substantially more detrimental than the existing non-conforming structure in the neighborhood.
Second.
You're not voting on this one, Bob.
I can't vote on it.
No, that's right. So it's got to be one of.
I'll second it.
Okay, there's a second, a motion and a second, any discussion? If not, all those in favor? Opposed? Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, on a finding, is there still a 20-day appeal period on a finding versus a variance?
That is a good question.
No, we need to wait to go to the building department.
Yeah, I would check with the building department tomorrow. You can check with them tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I don't think there is, but I'm not certain, so.
Appreciate it.
Being after 7:05, with the petition of Tammy Ann Akousas and Neil J. Akousas, Town of Abington Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing at the Abington Town Offices, 500 Glenwood Way, on Thursday, July 8th, 2021, at 7:05 p.m. on the petition of Tammy Ann Akousas and Neil J. Akousas for a finding per Mass General Laws, Chapter 40A, Section 6, and zoning bylaws, Section 175-29, to allow an addition to a single-family home at 133 Pilgrim Street. The property is located on Assessors Map 32, Lot 85, in the R30 zone. Andrew Leverall, Chairman, Zoning Board of Appeals. So, Mr. and Mrs. Akousas, I would.
To get a finding.
Can you just introduce yourself?
What's that? Oh, my name
Just
is Neil Acusis. I live at 133 Pilgrim Street, Abington.
Thanks.
Looking for is a finding for a master bedroom on the back of the house that's not more detrimental to the neighborhood. I guess.
Similar to what we just had, actually.
Pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just a little small.
And again, can you just give us a little background as to why this would not be more detrimental to the neighborhood?
It's actually, there's a screen porch on the back of the house now. We're gonna turn that into the master bedroom. And it actually gets closer to our property than further away as it is now.
How big's the existing screen porch?
It's 13 by 21.
And the
It just squares off the back corner of the house.
The addition's gonna be 24 by 16, is that,
I think, yeah, I think that's right.
that's what it looks like on the plan?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anybody else have any questions?
Is that street house already on?
Yeah, it's on the own block house.
Okay, and is it on a foundation as well?
It's on footings.
Okay.
Then you're gonna pour a foundation?
We are gonna
Are you adding any bathrooms?
Yes, we're adding one bathroom to the house.
So the way this is laid out, the removal of the screen porch, which is 3.2 feet from, it'll change it to being 3.8 feet away from that same.
Yes,
lot line.
in the same plane, the way our property line goes, it actually gets close, more onto our property than away from the property. I have,
Yeah.
signed signatures from my three main neighbors that say they're not against it.
If you wanna, we can put that in the record if you want, but. Thanks.
As an FYI, that memo you just dropped to the chairman, those are your butters on both left and right of your property?
That's what, left, straight across and off to the corner. The one exactly to the right, the property in between us is an unknown owner.
Okay.
And then another lot over, she just wasn't
Right
around.
next to us.
So there's an empty
She
lot
wasn't
next
around.
to you.
Yes.
Yeah, she wasn't around to sign, so.
Okay.
Any other questions from the board?
The height of the new addition, is it higher than the existing roof or
It'll
lower?
be below the existing range. The house is in really bad shape. It was a bad flip when we bought it. I mean, windows falling out, plumbing's leak, it's a mess. It needs to be done.
It looks like it's gonna be nice.
It will be nice, I mean,
That's a nice street, too. There's some nice homes on that street, so, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna open it up to the floor. Anybody in the audience who wants to speak on this petition? Mrs. Akoussis? Okay, so I'll close it to the floor, bring it back to the board. Any other questions from the board?
Is there something, when we make a proper finding, do we have to mention something about sewer and water, or is that part of the process down?
That's part of the process down there.
Okay, yeah, just want to make sure that.
Yeah, we don't have really any control over that. So, yeah. But you're aware of, well, actually, you have a house there, so it's not as though you're going to need additional water, but there is some water restrictions in the town that is putting a crimp on new buildings, so that wouldn't apply to you, I don't think. Anything else, guys?
No.
I'll make a motion then on the petition of Tammy Ann Akoussis and Neil J. Akoussis for a finding per Mass General Laws, Chapter 40A, Section 6, and zoning bylaws, Section 175-29, to allow in addition to the single-family home at 133 Pilgrim Street. The property is located on Assessors Map 32, Lot 85, in the R30 zone, and that we have determined that the building of the addition will not be substantially more detrimental to the neighborhood.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? If not, all those in favor? Oh, sorry.
Well, I think they put on there the percentage, because the addition will be slightly larger than what they're tearing down.
Slightly smaller.
I thought it was 16 by 24 versus.
No, it'll just even, when it, like,
Just squares off the back of the house.
yeah, it just squares off the back of the house.
Okay.
Like, if you look at the house is like this, and then if you go to the backyard, the porch is like this, so it's in a little bit. It'll just even the house out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll just make it even now.
Right, but it was 13 feet from the
So
house.
this structure is going to be bigger than the porch.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be,
Yeah.
So it won't violate the percentage coverage of the lot or anything?
No, I don't
It doesn't
think
look
so.
like it's gonna cover.
No. And even if it does, the finding is going to cover that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a good question, yeah.
just want to make sure I'm,
Yep.
try to be sharp on these things.
Any other discussion or points? If not, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thanks. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
So the other thing on the,
So does the time card record it and you let us know tomorrow, or does it take a couple days when you record that decision, or is it not for findings?
I'm not sure how quickly that gets done. That's, again, you should check with
Nancy?
the building department. Yeah, Nancy would be able to tell you, yeah.
Thank you.
The last thing on the agenda is communication with the planning board. I don't see any communication here, so I don't think we have to worry about that at this point in time. The other thing I was going to bring up is maybe we could request town council to come down maybe to a future meeting, just to give us all a primer on variances, special permits, section 6 decisions, just, it's good to get some legal information.
Legal leads, as we say.
Yeah. And any new case law that might have come down. So are you guys, if you can't come down on a regular meeting night, are you guys available pretty much
Yeah.
any night, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll get in touch with everybody and see if we can't set that up maybe in the next month or so. All right?
Kind of helpful. I was curious about whether the town has a longer-term plan for, I know that there's some, like Section 8 housing, you have to have such and such a percentage, and I don't know what the plan is for that, or whether they have
The planning board,
commercial.
yeah, the planning board does have a plan, a master plan that they've put together. I think it came out last year or the year before.
Last year, I think it was.
Yeah.
Early last year.
Which you could get a copy of it
Okay.
very easily if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Yep.
You're talking 40B?
yeah, among other things, I mean,
Yeah.
commercial development objectives and that sort of thing, if they have any.
Yeah, that would be from the planning board.
Yeah.
And so all you need to do is write a request to the planning board for whatever information you're looking for, and they should be able to supply that.
I hate to put everything on Nancy, but if you ask Nancy, I'm sure she could.
Oh, I'm planning to ask Nancy.
I'm sure she could email it to you.
She's very good.
Yeah.
She doesn't say no to
Or
us.
the town manager's office, they'd be able to get you a copy of the master plan.
Okay. I have a planning background for, power plants. and
Oh,
things.
excellent, good.
But, so I tend to think that way.
Yep. All right, if we're all set, we can entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Second.
any discussion, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed, thank you.